guys, so for today's video I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing a story time, but instead of calling it story time, which I think is like really boring because I feel like everybody calls their story time, I'm going to be calling mine Chisme with Lady. So chisme, for those of you who do not know what it is, chisme is basically the gossip, but I'm not going to be gossiping. Chisme in this context is going to mean story time with me. So every time you see Chisme with Lady, it's basically story time with Lady. So just keep watching my video if you want to hear Chisme with Lady. And basically I'm going to be telling you embarrassing stories about me, mostly stories about the scars that I have, because as a child I was really wild child. Like I could never stay still. I did some of the dumbest things that ended up in scars. Some of them didn't end up in scars, thank God, but they should have, and they're all bad. And then I have embarrassing boy stories, but that's, we'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna be telling you random stories, so just keep watching my video. I'm gonna be showing you my ear scar. It's on this ear, yeah, it's on this ear. So on this ear I have like really thin, sensitive I have really thin and sensitive cartilage, just because when I was little I kind of sliced off my ear. So like I have a scar, like people don't really notice it until I show them, and then they're like, oh my god, like you I was like 4 or 5 again. Let's just say that was the age to get scars. I got a scar in my ear when I was 5. Okay, so the story of how I got it, oh yeah, I'm gonna be showing you a picture right here of my ear scar. Okay, so basically this scar, I got it because I used to, okay, so me and my family, when I was younger, we lived in a mountain. So like the way the garage was set up was like, it was like mounted like this. So the house was straight out like that, but the garage was like that. So it had like a little tilt to it, like not too much, but like a little tilt. So my parents they kind of never parked their car in the garage, because I had a hammock there and I had my toys, and obviously I like to be there. So we had a hammock, and my mom, so I wouldn't bug us while they were doing things, she would like tied up in this like a weird little bun looking thing. So me, always after like I ate and I had milk, I wanted to always take a nap. So I go out to the garage, and I'm just looking at it like, really, Mom, really? And I think I called her. Then I was like, Ma, like, or like, Mommy. You just know, like just calling her. And she didn't answer me. I don't know where the hell it was. She was probably like bathroom taking a dump or something. But me, again, being me, I had the genius idea of trying to jump up and down and try to unknot it. I don't know what I was thinking, because if it wasn't a knot, like how am I supposed to jump up and down? Okay, whatever. So my point is, I jump up and down, and I'm just like jumping up and down the garage. But that's the weird part that I don't understand. You would think that because my garage was tilted this way. Okay, so I'm gonna be explaining my fingers. So right here's the door. This is the door. This is the main part. This is the door to get into the garage. The garage is like tilted like this. The hammock is right there. So this is me, like out the door. I see the hammock, which is like right here. And I'm just like, trying to jump. And remember I told you guys the garage is tilted? Like right here tilted. You would think that I would go down, but instead I started jumping up. I started going up. And let me explain to you this door. So this door, I don't know if any of you ever had these type of doors, or these are like really old school doors. So they're like screen doors, but not the screen sliding doors. They're like the metal black screen doors. They usually have those like in the hood, like, you know, bars. Okay, so it was a black door, and it had like these weird coming out decorations. Like they were obviously like iron or metal. Like they were pretty they weren't sharp enough for you to cut yourself on that door, but they were sharp enough to slice my ear apparently. So I'm jumping up instead of down, so I'm like trying to jump, trying to get the hammock, and in one of those moments I fall and I slice my ear. Like, I do not understand how I did it, but I sliced my ear. Like, I don't think my ear was like hanging by the thread, but I sliced like half of it, and I'm like 5 years old, so my ear is tiny, so like slicing half of it or even a quarter of it, like that's a lot. Oh my goodness, I wish I could show you guys the scar that I have. Okay, so basically I started screaming and my mom comes in. See, my mom comes in like last minute, like, girl, where are you in the moment? Okay, so I come in and she's screaming. She's like, what happened? Obviously, my ears are bleeding, like bleeding. And we have a neighbor, and I think a neighbor was either pediatrician or doctor or nurse. Can't remember. She was something though. She was something enough to know how to stitch me up. So we run to the neighbors. I'm like, oh my god, like my daughter, seriously. And then she stitches me up. She puts something that's called in Spanish. Spinning. In Spanish, they're called mariposas, but they're like these little stitch things. Like they look like, obviously, like what is mariposa in English? Butterflies. They're called butterflies. That's the translation. Little butterfly stitches. I don't really know. That's how I was told it was. I can't really remember. But the point is, I got stitches in my ear, and they took them off, and the scar was left. But thank God my ear was saved, because I could have lost my ear because half of it was sliced. Like, that's a lot of your ear. Like, if you really think about it, like half of your ear, like this. Oh, what's okay? It was half of my ear, and that was a lot. I could have been half-eared. This is a scar I had for a long time, but thank God it went away, because it would have been one ugly scar to still have. I think I only had it for like a year before it went away. Okay, so this story has to do with me and my friend. We're gonna call her Layla. So her name is Layla. So I go to Layla's house. I'm probably like 9, I think, at this point. So I'm 9 at this point, and we go over each other's house. And obviously, we were just playing around in the dirt, grabbing worms. I dared her to eat one. She was like, no, girls. She dared me to eat one. I'm like, no, girls. But I low-key wanted to do it if she would have offered me money. But okay, the point is, we were playing around, and then we got like a dirt all over us because we were in the garden in her backyard just playing around. And her mom comes in and she's like, oh, do you guys want to go in the, like, so you know the little kiddie pools, like the shallow little pools, like the ghetto ones, because you don't got a pool in your backyard. So they have one of those, and they decided to fill it up so me and her can just like splash each other with water and just, you know, and just have the little kid fun. So they had a picnic chair, a really, really old wooden picnic chair. And at this point, I think we're playing superheroes. Yeah, and again, remember my Superman story that I jumped? I think thought I was Superman a lot, and I jumped. It was kind of something similar to that, except I didn't jump. So we're playing around, and I'm like, you're not gonna get me, no! I think was it the superhero or was that the bad guy? I think it was the bad guy, because I was running away. So I was the bad guy. I'm like, no, you're not gonna get me, blah, blah, blah. I was probably like, I don't know, being some type of bad guy. So I get on this wooden table. So it's like those old school wooden tables you would see like at picnic places. And I get on top of it, like me and the picnic table, like this is me. I'm like, no, you're not gonna get me. And you wouldn't guess what happened. I fell through the picnic table. Like, it's one of those I think there's one of like those movie moments where someone falls through the stage or someone falls through like something, like that's what happened to me. So I'm like, no, I get on top of it, and I can't remember if I don't think I jumped. Was I? Yeah, I think I jumped trying to jump off it, but I just jumped up and down instead. And then that, I'm like 9, so like I don't weigh that much, so that table was about to give up at any moment. Like I jump and I fall through it, and I literally cut my whole leg, like from my we're like trying to show you guys, like from my ankle to like my thigh, kind of around my hip. Like the whole leg was bleeding because one of them was the only one that really got cut. Like I had splinters, like it was just horrible. I don't think I needed stitches, but it was a really bad deep cut. And after that, obviously me and Layla's like play date was totally over, like over. Yeah, and then I got home, and obviously my parents like, what happened? Because I think my dad picked me up and my mom saw me. Like, what happened to you? It's like me, of course, the usual. Like, oh, I got on a picnic table and I fell through it, and then yeah, I think my parents got used to me getting hurt as little, like falling off of things, eating it. Yeah, that's basically it for a cheese man with lady. I'm trying to think more of my past and trying to get embarrassing boy stories because I feel like I embarrass myself a lot around boys, especially the ones I had a crush on. And I have a lot of boy stories, or like not boy stories, but like a lot of embarrassing stories, like in middle school, high school, and elementary school. So okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you have any video ideas, just comment below. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and just stay tuned for more videos. Okay, bye you guys, until next time.
Even after the mental, she wanted to give me more. Enjoy the momentum, but gotta get on the road. I'm